Hey everyone, it's Rihanna and welcome back to a new video. Today I'm starting a new segment on my channel which I like to call Dreamcasting Disney. What is Dreamcasting Disney, you may ask? You're about to find out. Recently, Disney has announced a lot of news concerning their upcoming live-action adaptations, and being a huge Disney fan, I thought it would be fun to look at some potential candidates of actors who could be portraying the live-action characters of some of the most beloved animated Disney characters. So I will be looking at the opinions of the internet and the opinions of myself being a huge Disney fan, and coming up with the Dreamcast for live-action Disney films. Today's Disney Dreamcast will be for the upcoming live-action adaptation of Hercules.
Honey, you mean Hercules!
Recently, Disney has announced that their next live-action adaptation will be for the 1997 animated musical Hercules, one of the most underrated films in their Renaissance era, in my opinion. Hercules takes its storyline from the Greek mythological character named Hercules, who is the son of Zeus and Hera. In the animation, as a baby, Hercules is turned almost mortal by the god of the underworld, Hades, and in order to return to Olympus, he must become a true hero with the help of Philoctetes. So far, the only names attached to the live-action Hercules are Anthony and Joe Russo, who famously directed the conclusion to the Avengers Endgame. And the only information the Russo brothers have revealed is that they do not know whether it will be a musical or not, but music will definitely play a part in the film. Me being a huge fan of the animated musical, I'm going to look at this potential live-action remake as if they're going to do it as a musical like the animation. I do hope, like with many other live-action remakes, they add a little bit more story, a little bit more background to my characters such as Megara and the Muses. But I also very much hope they keep the quick-witted humour and the songs from the original film. I'm super excited to see who Disney cast as the characters we all know and love from Hercules, but alas, let's talk the Hercules Disney Dreamcast. Firstly, let's talk about Zeus and Hera, Hercules' godly parents. Now, for Hera, I had two thoughts. The first one would be Nicole Kidman. She is not new to playing royalty. She played Atlantia in Aquaman, and she just has something about her that is goddess-like and motherly, and somebody you could really see in the role of Hera. She already looks like a goddess, so you might as well let her play one. She's certainly played royal roles before, she's certainly played motherly roles before, and both of those are very much required for the role of Hera in the live-action Hercules. The second actress I had in mind was Shirley Sarin. Now, Shirley Sarin has also played royalty in the past. She played Queen Ravenna in Snow White and the Huntsman. She also has a very glowing aura about her. She definitely could bring a lot to Hera. We don't get to see Shirley Sarin in very sort of vulnerable or motherly roles, so I think it would be a really good choice to cast Shirley Sarin just to see a softer side of her. And also, I mean, she looks like a goddess. Funnily enough, for the role of Zeus, I only had one actor in mind, and that is Kurt Russell. He has played a god before in Guardians of the Galaxy, as he played Ego, a very different god from what Zeus is, but he has this larger-than-life personality that he brings to the screen, which Zeus definitely has. Kurt Russell is a strong actor, and whoever portrays a strong god needs to be a strong actor. He has that voice that could be lent to Zeus quite nicely. It's loud, it's personified, exactly the way Zeus is. We've seen Kurt Russell in many great fatherly roles on screen, so I think he could have a lot of chemistry with whoever they cast as Hercules. Moving on to the comedic duo that is Pain and Panic, Hades' sidekicks. For this dynamic duo, I want to see a pair of actors or actresses that have worked together before, just so that they can play off each other's comedy and just have a lot of chemistry as Pain and Panic. At the moment, the internet are loving the pair that is Nick Kroll and John Mulaney. These two have worked together in the past before. They have a great friendship together. They are both great comics. I'm not sure about the United States, but definitely here in the UK, both of them have not really broken into the mainstream, so I think roles like Pain and Panic would definitely bring them into the mainstream. The internet seem to love them, and the internet are very good at doing dream casts. My personal picks for the roles of Pain and Panic would actually go to Michael Cera and Jonah Hill. These two have worked together before in Superbad. They have great chemistry, they have great comedy, maybe a little bit too R-rated for Disney, but they definitely can tone it down a few notches. Specifically, I think I would put Jonah Hill in the role of Pain and then Michael Cera in the role of Panic. They just seem to match their personalities very well. And depending on the way that Disney want to put Pain and Panic in the film, whether they be animated characters or CGI, both Jonah Hill and Michael Cera have lent their voice to animated films before, both in How to Train Your Dragon and the Lego Movie, so they are definitely not new to the voice acting, so they could definitely fit well into the characters of Pain and Panic. In the past, for characters who are very close together as a duo, Disney have cast the likes of Seth Rogen and Billy Eichner and Key and Peele, so it wouldn't surprise me if they go with a pair that have worked together before. All I know is that I want to see excellent chemistry, great improv, and really, really good comedic timing, and I think either of these duos could pull off the roles of Pain and Panic. Up next, the Muses. Now, other than Hercules, Megara, and Hades, I would say the Muses are the most important casting decisions in this film. For these 5 sassy ladies, I've chosen a range of singers and actresses who have dabbled in both of those fields. I've also chosen actresses and singers who can work well as a group and also stand out on their own, as I hope in this new live-action Hercules, the Muses have more of a role as individuals. So for the role of Calliope, who is the head of the Muses, I've chosen Jennifer Hudson. Jennifer Hudson is no stranger to a musical. She has had starring roles in both Cats and in Dreamgirls. She has a fantastic voice and I definitely think she could be one of the stars of the show as the Muses. She can definitely hold her own, she can definitely work as part of a group, and I would just love to see Jennifer Hudson as one of the Muses in this upcoming live action adaptation. For the role of Cleo, I have chosen Amber Riley. She was incredible as Mercedes Jones in Glee. She has basically done the audition already. She is just waiting for the call from Disney. For the role of Talia, I think the entire internet agrees with me when I say Lizzo would be perfect for this role. Talia is always causing mischief. She plays the trumpet and Lizzo famously plays the flute. So we could definitely swap out the trumpet for the flute and let Lizzo do her thing. Talia is the muse of comedy and I just think that fits Lizzo so well. She has acted previously in Hustlers, although it was a minor role, but I definitely want to see Lizzo in more films. For the role of Terpsichore, I've chosen Janelle Monae. Now, Terpsichore is the muse of dance, and if you need any proof or reasoning on why I've chosen Janelle Monae for this role, 1, she is a fantastic singer, and 2, just watch the Make Me Feel video by her on YouTube. She has got so much rhythm, she has got so much sass, and I really think the Muses as a group just needs to have a variety of women who can bring different elements to the group. And last but certainly not least, the role of Melpomene, I've chosen Cynthia Revo. Now, Cynthia Revo has the most incredible singing voice and she is such a talented and powerhouse actress. She showed her singing talents in Bad Times at El Royale and stole the stage on Broadway in The Colour Purple, and I definitely think Cynthia Revo would be a great addition to the Muses. Now, this group of ladies just sounds like the dream Muses to me. And partially the internet. The internet are very in favour of all of these women. Now, on to one of my favourite Disney villains, Hades, the god of the underworld.
How sentimental. You know, I haven't been this choked up since I got a hunk of moussaka caught in my throat. Huh? So is this an audience or a mosaic? Hey, how you doing? Looking good. Nice dress.
So, Hades, you finally made it. How are things in the underworld?
Well, they're just fine. You know, a little dark, a little gloomy, and as always, hey, full of dead people. What are you gonna do?
Now let's start with what I've been seeing around the internet. There has been a giant following behind Robert Downey Jr. taking on the role of Hades. Now, we know as Iron Man he is extremely cocky, he is funny, he has worked with the Russo brothers previously on Avengers, so there is a huge possibility that Disney could hire Robert Downey Jr. for the role of Hades. Robert Downey Jr. is funny, he's quick-witted, he has great charm, and definitely could fit the role of Hades, but to me I think it would be quite an obvious choice, and I would like to see Disney go in a different direction. I think my personal pick for Hades would be Jeff Goldblum. After seeing him in Thor Ragnarok as the character of the Grand Master, I can definitely see him in a villainous role. Jeff Goldblum has done various roles in his career, from drama to comedy. I definitely think he could bring a certain comedy to Hades that we haven't seen before. And another thing I love about Jeff Goldblum is that he does dry humour very, very well. He can have a very deadpan face and be saying the funniest thing, which I would love to see from Hades, the god of the underworld. He could bring some great comedic timing and also be super menacing at the same time. I also have two wild cards for Hades, and they are Sam Rockwell and Taika Waititi. To me, Sam Rockwell is an incredibly underrated comedic actor. He is always so funny. I recently loved him in Jojo Rabbit. There was some great satire in that film. And I've also been seeing a lot of internet love behind Sam Rockwell as Hades, so this would be a great choice. And I pretty much pulled Taika Waititi out of a hat because I would watch Taika Waititi do anything, but I also think that would be a very interesting choice for Hades. If Taika Waititi were to play Hades, he may have a Kiwi accent, considering I've not heard his American accent, but I think I would be okay with that. Let's look at potential actresses to play everybody's favourite damsel in distress, Megara.
But aren't you a damsel in distress?
I'm a damsel. I'm in distress. I can handle this. Have a nice day.
Meg is tough, quick-witted, sassy, and can definitely take care of herself. But she also has her vulnerable moments, so whichever actress they choose to portray her definitely has to have a huge range. The fan favourite and the internet favourite for Megara is Ariana Grande. I even think Ariana Grande wants to play this role so bad. Posted a video recently singing I Won't Say I'm in Love and absolutely slayed the song. Ariana Grande is obviously an amazing singer and has done acting work in the past. She's also previously sported the red hair of Megara, so she's pretty much perfect for the role. That is the fan and internet favourite. However, I have a different pick. My personal pick for Meg, and I think a lot of the internet are also behind me on this one. I would love to see Elizabeth Gillies take on this role. If you animated Elizabeth Gillies, I'm pretty sure you would get Meg. Another Victorious alumni similar to Ariana Grande, Elizabeth Gillies portrayed Jade West on Victorious. She was feisty, she had such a strong, powerful voice. And she also portrays the feisty, independent Fallon Carrington on Dynasty. Now, I haven't really seen Elizabeth Gillies in many film roles, so this could definitely be her way into films. If Disney do what they did with their live-action adaptation of Aladdin, they will actually go for relatively unknown actors and actresses for their lead roles. And I would say Elizabeth Gillies is quite unknown in the film world. She's very famous in the television world, but not so much on the big screen, and this would be such a great breakout role for her. Elizabeth Gillies is just the whole Meg package to me. She can rock the fiery hair, she has a strong voice, and can definitely match up to Hades any day. Now I'm going to keep the next one short and sweet, just like him. We're going to talk about Phil. Now, to me, there is no point Disney doing a live-action Hercules if they do not dress Danny DeVito up as a satyr. Obviously, Danny DeVito worked with Disney on the original Hercules, and he has recently worked with them for Dumbo, so please, 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 Disney, keep him as Phil. He's one of my favourite parts of the animated film, and I just love Danny DeVito. I would love to see him dressed up as a satyr. It would be hilarious in itself. I have no other candidates for Phil. Danny DeVito is my only option.
Is there no one else?
Now moving on to the main man himself, Hercules. Now, I'm not sure what route Disney are going to go with for Hercules. I have seen a lot of speculation of an actor I will discuss, but I did Google how old Hercules is supposed to be in the film, and I'm not sure that's gonna work out. I just kind of hope they don't go for an older actor as Hercules, because we've already had 2 Hercules movies with older actors and they didn't turn out so well. Anyway, moving on. I have seen a lot on the internet about Chris Pratt portraying Hercules. Now, Chris Pratt to me would be considered an older actor. I wouldn't say he could pass for a 16 or 17-year-old depending on where Disney go with the age of Hercules. I would definitely say Chris Pratt has the looks for Hercules. He bulked out for Guardians of the Galaxy and definitely could take on the role of the strong god. Although with the singing, I have to admit I've only ever heard him sing Bye Bye Little Sebastian in Parks and Recreation, where he played Andy.
You take a running leap and you learn to fly. Bye bye little Sebastian, miss you in the satisfaction.
So I'm not sure he could quite go the distance with the singing. Do you see what I did there? Hercules puns. Chris Pratt does have the history with Disney and the Russo brothers, but it seems like a very obvious choice to me. I would love to see them go with a lesser known younger actor. I've also seen a lot of love for Zac Efron as Hercules. I also think this is quite an obvious choice, but he has the physique down, he has the singing down. I probably wouldn't be mad if they cast Zac Efron. However, I would love to discuss my picks with you guys. So on the basis that Hercules is 16 years old, I would go with an actor in their early 20s. My wildcard pick for Hercules would be Lucas Hedges. Lucas Hedges has mainly stuck to independent films such as Honey Boy and Lady Bird. I speak of Lady Bird because he actually sang in that film. He did an audition as his character to Giants in the Sky from Into the Woods, so the boy can definitely sing. And in Honey Boy he portrayed a troubled actor who also had a lot of muscles, similar to a god I know named Hercules. I definitely don't see Disney going with Lucas Hedges, as he is very much known in the indie world of film, but he could be a very cool choice. My personal pick for Hercules, if they were going to go with a younger actor, is actually Cameron Monaghan, who is famously in Gotham and Shameless USA. Monaghan actually posted a video of himself singing Go the Distance from Hercules, so I feel like that might be his audition tape.
I will find my way. I can go the distance. I'll be there someday. Somehow I'll be strong.
Monaghan is a great singer. He's also a great actor. He's shown many different levels of acting in Shameless and Gotham. I don't think he's broken out into film very much though. He's very similar to Elizabeth Gillies. He's very famous in TV and not in film. Cameron Monaghan also sports the same red hair as Hercules does, and with a bit of a workout I think he could definitely have the physique down. I love the choice of Cameron Monaghan as Hercules. He's a lesser known actor. He could bring something different to the role. And earlier on in the film, Hercules is clumsy and a bit of an outcast, and I think Cameron Monaghan could pull that off as well as being the hero. It would certainly be a giant leap of faith for Disney to cast a lesser known actor as somebody such as Hercules, but I definitely think it could pay off in the long run. Only time will tell who is cast in Disney's live-action adaptation of Hercules, and whether or not any of the actors or actresses in my Disney Dreamcast do end up getting roles. I am super excited to see what Disney do with their live-action adaptation of Hercules. Let me know down below in the comments what you thought of my Disney Dreamcasting for Hercules and who you would love to see cast in the film. That's all I have for today for Disney Dreamcasting. Hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Hope you all enjoyed. See you very soon. Bye!